welcome. My name is Leah, and this will be my second video in the series for yoga for sensitive knees. For today's practice, you can use a chair, a blanket if you wish. For some poses, we can cushion our knees. The chair can help with stability, and so we'll get started. For our first stretch today, we're going to take our feet together, or about hips distance apart. Bring your left foot behind your right foot. You're going to lift your arms up to the sky. Grab your left hand to your right wrist, and you're going to look up under your right armpit as you bring your left arm, pull your right arm down towards your left side. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Rise back up to center, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Opposite hand, so left hand's going to take right wrist and bend over to the left side. Inhale, come back up to center. And now we're going to do some shoulder and arm warm-ups. So we're going to start with our arms in cactus position. We're going to inhale as you bring them together in the front with our palms together. Exhale, bring your elbows up to your ears. Inhale, back of the palms together. Rise up. Exhale, open your chest up. Inhale, bring them together. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, back of the palms together, rise up. Exhale, open up. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Do it 1 more time. And open back up to cactus arms. So we're going to do a wrist stretch. So we'll bring our wrists forward, our arms forward, and we're going to rotate our wrists one direction about 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do it the other direction for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do it where we bring our wrists back up and then back to center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do it downwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing is standing cat-cow. We also did this in my first video. Just this is much better than doing it in tabletop where it can be very hard on your knees. So we're going to bring ourselves down with our hands on our thighs. Inhale, bring your chest forward. Exhale, round it. Inhale, bring your chest forward, hips back. Exhale, round it. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale at our own pace. Exhale. All right, so that's it for the warm-up. We're going to start into a Sun A variation. We're going to come to the top of quarter of the mat, stand in mountain position, and we'll take 2 breaths here, center ourselves. On the next inhale, rise your arms slowly up to the sky. Reach up as high as you can reach. Exhale, bring your hands back down to center, to heart center. Inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We'll do this 3 more times. Inhale slowly, rise up, take a pause at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise up. Pause. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll do this 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So this time we're going to extend the Sun A little bit. So we'll come back into mountain pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, all the way back up to stand. Pause at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise slow and strong all the way back up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll do this 1 more time, and then we'll take some full Sun A's. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way back up to stand, and hands to heart center. So now we're going to go into 2 full Sun A's. We won't be doing chaturanga or coming down to our knees. We'll just go from plank to down dog. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back into plank pose. We're going to hold plank for a breath. And then exhale, come up and back into down dog. It's our first down dog, so maybe we can walk out our feet or pedal out our feet. Or we can go from side to side, give ourselves a little bit of a side body stretch. Or we can just find stillness. We'll be here for another breath. Inhale, step forward, and come into half lift. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, rise all the way back up to standing, and hands to heart center. We'll do this 1 more time. Inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank position. Take a breath. Exhale, come up and back into downward dog. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. Push into your palms. You can have your knees as bent as you need them. Now we're going to roll forward into plank and then back into downward dog. Inhale, come up to your toes and slowly initiate the roll from your feet all the way up. Slowly bring your head last. And then exhale, bend your knees and ripple back. And the last thing that'll come down is your head. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, bend your knees and come back. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, rise up to your toes and slowly come forward. Exhale, bend your knees and come back to downward dog. Inhale, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, we can bring our feet actually about hips distance apart. Inhale, bring your hips down as you rise your arms up, come into chair pose. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, plank pose. Exhale, bring your hips up and back into downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift your right leg straight and strong. Exhale, tuck your knee in, come forward, step your foot in between your palms, and we'll rise up into lunge. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. Bring your left hand down beside your right foot, and we're going to open up into easy twist. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. Bring that right hand down, plant it between on the other side. You can also have blocks here if that helps. And we're going to engage our core as we rise up into Warrior Two. Bring our back foot to be parallel with the back of the mat and open your arms up to the sides. We're going to pretend that our hands are getting pulled in 2 different directions, and you want to try scissoring your legs together. One more breath here. All right, and now we're going to take a big step into the front leg. So big step into the front leg. We're going to come into supported tree here. So I'll do it facing you. You're going to take your left leg up, and you can have it just resting on your ankle. You can have it on your calf, or you can have it on your thigh. But if you have any issues with your knees, it's really not a good idea to have it pushing against your knee. If you need help with stability, it's probably best to have it on the ground or on a block. And we're going to stay here for 2 breaths. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is take the left foot down, and the left leg is going to go up straight and strong behind us, and we can use a chair to support ourselves if there's any stability issues, or it's just hard on the knees, so you can have a little bit more weight in your hands. And we're gonna come into Warrior Three. If you wanted to, you can just balance, but if not, you can use the chair. One more breath. And bring your foot back together. We're going to start again in mountain pose, and we'll do it on the other side now. Inhale, lower your hips, rise your arms up, chair pose. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, plank pose. And then bring your hips up and back into downward dog. Take 2 cleansing breaths here. You can pedal out your feet again, whatever is comfortable for you. Inhale, lift your left leg, your left leg straight and strong to the back. Exhale, tuck it forward and plant it in between your palms. Rise up into lunge position and take 2 deep breaths here. Bring your right hand down beside your left leg and open up into easy twist. Bring your left hand down to the floor. You're going to bring your back foot down to be parallel with the back of the mat, and you're going to rise up into Warrior Two. Imagine your arms are getting pulled in 2 different directions, and scissor your legs together. This will stabilize you. Also, if it helps to have your foot at a different angle, you can also do that if that's easier on your knees. One more breath here. Now we're going to take a big step into the front foot, and we'll come into tree pose. So tree pose, we're going to take the right foot, have it either resting on the ankle, calf, or thigh, and we're going to stay here for 2 deep breaths. All right, so take that left foot down, and the right foot can go out behind you, and you can use the chair to help you stabilize yourself into Warrior Three. If you need to put more weight into your arms so it takes a little bit of the weight off your feet, that's great. All right, bring that foot back down. And we're going to come and do some floor work. So if you have trouble getting up and down from the ground, you can do this on a bed. But if not, you can come on down to the ground. You will need a blanket. And we will come all the way down to our bums. We'll take both legs out in front of us. If this is ever super uncomfortable in the back of your knees, you can have something underneath to keep it from pushing down too much and getting too much of a stretch before you're ready. For this stretch, how you want to get into it is we'll start with the right leg first. You can have something cushioning under your knee. So I'd bring it up beside your hip. You're going to bring your knee into your chest, then you're going to open it up. And have something maybe resting under there to give something cushion so you're not going too far and you don't want to put too much pressure on the kneecap. If you wanted to, if this was enough, you could stay here. If you wanted to, you could also come forward. And we'll stay here for another 20 seconds. Just relax yourself into the pose. Don't worry about what it looks like or how far you can go. It's just all about where you are right now and your progression. because if you do this, there will always be progression. Also, in longer holds, it's always good to take long, deep breaths. It helps relax you. Make sure you keep breathing. That will also help. If you have folded forward, you can come back up and bring that knee back into your chest and then bring it out. Bring the blanket over to the other side. Bring your knee into your chest, then open it up. If you want to, you can stay here, or again, you can come forward into the fold. All right, we'll bring ourselves slowly back up. If you had folded into it, if not, tuck your knee back into your chest and extend it forward. You can give yourself a shake if that feels good. If not, no problem. The next thing we are going to do is come down onto our back. And instead of doing bird dogs on all fours, so in tabletop, we're actually going to do it laying down on our back. So what we're going to do is bring our legs up to a 90-degree angle and have our hands up like we're in tabletop, but on our back. So we're going to bring our right hand down by our ear and take our left leg down. We'll hold it for a breath. Then we'll bring our knee back up, bring our hand back up, and we'll do it on the other side. So left arm down, right leg down to hover. We'll stay here for a breath, and then bring the leg back up, bring the arm back up, and now we'll do the other side. So arm down, leg down, take a breath. Leg up, arm up, other arm down, other leg down. Leg up, arm up, and we'll do this one more time on each side. Arm down, leg down. Leg up, arm up, arm down, leg down. Leg up, arm up. And we'll come back into a rest position. So we take our feet out as wide as the mat and knock your knees together. If this is uncomfortable, you can just have your knees parallel. We'll take 2 breaths here, and then we'll do another core activation on our back. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg over our left leg, and you can cross it over once. If that's uncomfortable, you can keep it a little bit looser, but it is best to keep it all the way over if you can get it there. And if you can or want to, if it's comfortable, you can hook it around twice. Lift your knees up, and so right now our bottom half is in eagle position, and we're going to take our arms there as well. So right arm under left arm, and we're going to twist over, and we can take the back of our palms together, or just crossed is fine, or our palms together. We're going to inhale, crunch in, exhale, extend out. We'll do this 5 times. Inhale, crunch, exhale, open up. Inhale, crunch, exhale, open up. 2 more times. Inhale, crunch, exhale, open up. Inhale, crunch, exhale, open up. Bring your feet down, open your arms back up. Take rest position for a breath. Now we're going to do the other side. So left leg over, 1 cross or 2. Bring your knees up, and we're going to cross the left arm under the right arm. Twist it around. Inhale, crunch in. Exhale, open up. 4 more times. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, open up. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, open up. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, open up. Open your arms, bring your legs down, and take rest position for a moment. So the next thing we're going to do is bridge pose. So we're going to take our hands down beside our body. You can have your palms placed downwards. It can also help you with lifting. You're going to press into your feet, lift your hips up, and we're going to hold this for 3 breaths. If you wanted to, you can also bring your shoulders underneath your body and your palms together. Kind of gives you a bit more of a lift. Keep pushing down into your feet and it'll lift you up a bit more. We'll take 1 more breath here. And we'll exhale and slowly lower back down. We'll take 2 more of those. So inhale, push into your hands, push into your feet. You can bring your arms underneath again if you want. All right, bring your arms out if they're underneath and slowly come down. We'll do this 1 more time. Lift up and hold. You want to make sure too that your knees aren't splaying out. You want to hug everything into the middle. And exhale, come down to your back. For our next pose, we're going to be taking thread the needle. So we'll start with our right leg, bring it up and bring it over. So like you're crossing your legs. This might be enough of a stretch. If you wanted to take a little bit further, you can bring your leg into your chest and you can grab behind your thigh or you can grab behind your shin. And you want to put your arm kind of in between the legs. And we'll hold this for a little bit. If this is ever too much, you can also just bring your knees into your chest. If it feels good, you can rock slightly back and forth. We'll hold this for 1 more breath. Bring the foot back down to the floor. Uncross your legs and move to the other side. Come into whichever variation is best for you. If you wanted to do some rocking. On your next exhale, bring your foot back down to the ground. Bring the other foot back down. For our last pose, we're going to take dead bug, which will bring our feet up to the sky. This can also be helpful if you do this up against a wall, or then you have something to put your legs into. Or you can take a block, put it beneath your sacrum right here, or your tailbone. Make sure it's nice and stable, and this would be a little bit easier on your abdominals. We're then going to take our arms up, and we're going to hold this for about 5 breaths. Drain all the lymph out of our feet and our hands. If your feet ever start going to sleep, you can bring them down, but we're only holding it for 5 breaths, so it should be okay. But by all means, bring them down if you need to. One more breath. Bring your knees down, your feet down, arms down, and we're going to extend out to Shavasana. If extending your legs like this ever feels too much on the back of your legs, you can take a blanket or a pillow and put it underneath the back of your knees. Or you can keep your knees up. You can keep feet wide, knees knocked in, or feet together, knees out. And you can also put things underneath so you're not just flopping into it, so it's not too much on your joints. So I'm just going to come on down to Shavasana. And we'll take a little bit of time here, recalibrate, bring ourselves back to a normal rhythm. We'll take a couple more breaths. If you wanted to stay here in Shavasana, you can for as long as you want. There is never a time limit on this. You can't do it for too long. If you wanted to close the practice with me, start bringing some subtle movements into your fingers and toes, into your wrists and ankles. You can rock your head back and forth. And when you're ready, you can roll off to one side. And then slowly, gently press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. However you find comfortable. So you can come into a cross-legged seat. You can come on your knees. You can have your legs out in front of you. If you're on a bed, you can come up to however is comfortable. Thank you for practicing with me today. May the light in me honor the light in you.